Okay, we're live finally. Okay. Just gotta go get the channel, bring it up, get that pop out chat there. Okay, we're live finally. Okay, so now hit the like button, close that out, drag this over here, and we're good to go. All right.
Who's going to
So,
be
I've been so anyways, I've been talking with David, AZ,
Yeah.
about my issue about the 5.8 and all that. And he's been trying to talk to Autel support about it. So he wanted a screenshot of, how we change it, right?
Yeah.
But, Adrian and a couple other guys are having issues too with the Enterprise and the Pro 2, doing funky things. Remember I said I didn't like what it was doing on 5.8? It was doing kind of weird things, stop and seeing things that wasn't there and all kinds of stuff on 5.8. 2.4 worked good, but 5.8 was doing all kinds of funky things. So even Adrian's having a hell of a time with his drone. He's just pissed straight off right now. And he's got the smart controller and everything, the V2, same exact as I have. He just bought it about a month ago. Well, I don't know. So anyway, the screenshot, he said, freaking Autel support, he says, sucks. He says, I talked to the guy about it. And he didn't understand what he was talking about the frequency, between 5.8 and 2.4. And going, really? I thought these guys are supposed to be, know what they're talking about, They must have some rookie in there or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. 61 degrees already. Huh? Okay. 8, gusting to 12. I don't know what it's going to be for the wind today. Home for rain tomorrow. Thursday, Friday. Well, Thursday, chance of showers. Friday, mix of sun clouds. But, okay. It's Saturday night going down to 39 degrees. Well, it's 41 on Thursday night. So, next Tuesday, 36 degrees Fahrenheit. And what the UAB forecast say?
Good morning.
Hey, Garth, good morning. Yeah, he was a little busy last night.
And here is Justin's here.
Justin? Well, I don't even see him. That's funny. I don't see him on this computer.
No, you don't see him. He's blacked out.
No, but I don't even see a blacked out screen with his name on it. Nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, usually you'd see the box.
No, I don't get a box or nothing for you. I do down at the other, my other
Justin, your mic is real low. That's the reason it.
Where the heck
up
do you
all
go?
the way.
Huh. Okay.
You.
Is that better?
That's better.
Okay.
Oh, there. I had to click on show non-video participants. Okay, that's why it was on there. Now I can see your box with Droner Gaming 863 on it. So, hey, good morning, Ron.
Ron Lockwood. Good morning.
Yeah.
What's up, Garth and Ron?
So how are you feeling, Justin? You feel like you're getting any better? Or?
Yeah, actually my shoulder's feeling really good this morning. So.
Yes. Get back to work, you lazy bum. My shoulder hurt. I still go to work.
Paul is on fire today.
Yeah. I'm still wound up.
Autel piss you off?
Oh, that too.
Autel's pissed him off, but this big changeover from one bus company to another's really got him on edge.
Yeah.
Good morning, AZ.
So one of the things that Paul, okay, so the end of this week, this is our last week with Batter Bus, right? But we're staying in the yard. Okay. So where are we going to get fuel? So there's no way they're going to allow us to fuel at Batters anymore because the highway coaches fuel at the same place. So if we're working for another company, they're not going to fill another company's buses up, even though we're still parking there for a short time. So I imagine you get a pile of emails this week.
What's up, David?
I think because of my gas bus, I think I got to go over to Delaware Car now, get fuel on what they call key fob. You put it in and whatever. Hey, good morning, David. You hear anything more back?
David was trying to work on the issues with Autel, and he wasn't getting anywhere.
And Adrian's having a hell of a time too, eh?
Yeah.
And there was another guy that would chimed in there, and he's having the same problems. But on 5.8, it's just doing funky things. I don't know what the hell it is, but it keeps defaulting back to 5.8. You can't, if they were going to default, they should have defaulted to auto, not
Right.
one frequency or the other. They should have defaulted to auto.
Right.
So-
And then if you wanted to select a different one, you select it, and then when you turn it off, turn it on, it's back on auto. That's what it should be.
Yeah, but it's not. It goes back to 5.8. And I'm not using 5.8 because it screws up. So he said, no, he hadn't heard nothing back yet. So,
Well, everybody's always said that Alltel's really slow on responses too, so
yeah,
I've heard that quite a bit.
I got to go let some dogs.
But like I said, if enough of you guys complain, you guys should put your complaints in, so at least they're, you know, that, because if they get enough of them, maybe they'll fix it, so. That's all you can do.
Yeah, that would drive me crazy, having to adjust your selected frequency every time you fly. Every time you change batteries, every time you do anything.
Yeah, exactly. You could be flying one battery, shut it down, got to reboot up everything, and boom, guess what? I got to go back, change all those settings again. That's crap. So, but anyways, it's maybe they'll work on it. But really, I thought, like I know this drone's going to be, not old technology, but it's not a new drone other than being new to me. But the thing is, I think this drone that I got and Adrian got and this other guy got are fairly new drones with technology. I think they still got to do some tweaking on it because see, there's Autel Evo 2, then there's the Pro, but there's either the Enterprise one. It's a different one again. Like I'm pretty sure, and with the smart controller and that. But, yeah. Hey, good morning, Wayne B.
Yeah, I was down flying this morning, or late last night, and a lady was out there. She and her husband were staying at the hotel right behind there, and she was from Indiana, and I started talking to her. I showed her my screen and other things, and so then she wanted to know what there was to do in Port Huron, and I'm thinking I'm the wrong guy to ask for that because I'm a hermit. I don't go much anywhere. So I picked up my cell phone, called Lynn, handed the phone to the lady. I says, "Here, talk to my friend Lynn." They must have talked. They talked for 2 ships. Lynn was telling her about this, telling her about that, and everything, and she did a good job. Wayne B., good morning.
Well, the thing is too, is when you live locally, you tend to not really go out and experience your local stuff.
Well, yeah, they want to know if there was museums or whatever. I said, yeah, I think so, but
Yeah, you don't, you tend to do that kind of stuff when you go to somebody else's area.
yeah. They were going to be here today and going back home tomorrow. So Lynn gave him a couple of suggestions, told him good places to eat, good places to go, good things to do, and they were chit-chatting on the phone. Wayne B says the Mini 3 is in the air right now. Good, Wayne. Glad to see you're flying. Me.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's nice right now.
I saw Adrian's post yesterday right after we got off Paul's show, and I was like, oh, we were just talking about that, and I was about to put it in the comments, and then I saw somebody else, that one guy had already answered him, the one you were talking about,
Yeah.
had already answered his question, pretty much told him what it was the update. Cause the way Adrian worded it in the post, he had no idea about any of that. He thought something was wrong with just his drone. He thought it was his drone, just his drone that was screwing up. But a whole bunch of people started chiming in the comments about how it was the update and all this other stuff.
Paul, have you got any new updates for the hotel?
Not lately, no.
Have you checked the up? See, I don't know.
I haven't checked the website, so. But, you know, like I've only had the drone a week and I'd already did all the updates, so. And there's a thing that goes in and it'll check for updates automatically.
Okay.
'Cause I'll tell you what, it's a lot better when you find out that you're not the only one that has that same problem
Yeah,
versus
yeah.
you having a problem that nobody knows about. They're like, what the hell are you talking about? And you're like, oh shit.
Anybody remember these days?
Yeah, the monsters.
Yeah.
Outdoor misadventures, what's up? Wayne, how's it going? It's nice to know we're distracting Wayne during his flight.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. B.
Thank God he's not flying FPV. It's it'll just hover.
Yeah.
You know? Hey, Mr. B. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I did those 3 ships and then I edited one, got that done at about 1 o'clock. Went and kicked back in my chair until about 5 o'clock, then got up and did 2 more. So 2 more edits and I got them. I'm up to date. You see the Bay Como is downbound up at just north of 11 and 12, and upbound at Marysville is the Manitoulin.
Wayne said he's doing a hyperlapse drinking his Tim Hortons coffee.
Sometime during the night, I guess a cruise ship must have gone through because it's up at the tip of the thumb headed north.
Yeah. Here's kind of a cool shot, Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Theodore and the tall ship.
Well, you got pictures of Theodore, and so did I.
Yeah, well, I won a contest.
Where he was docked, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he was here in Port Stanley. Yeah, I won a first place for a picture. Made $50, I think it was.
This was about midnight, Paul.
Oh, you missed it then, Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have the underwater lights on or anything. Maybe he doesn't have it on that ship. But it's the same design, but I think this is an older one.
Yeah.
There's the pilot boat following them out.
Yep.
Because what they'll do is, I think they take them right off the stern. Could be wrong.
I don't know. Huh.
Yeah, that was about 8 hours ago. So it'd have been 1:46 in the morning. Yeah, not a lot going on here this morning, is there?
No, it's going to probably be a quiet morning. It usually is. Tuesday mornings.
Yeah.
Usually fairly quiet.
Justin, what's going on with you today? Anything?
Not much, no.
Just relaxing. Did you get in touch with your company to let them know, or?
Oh, yeah, my boss contacted me right after I got off your show yesterday. I just had to send him a picture of my doctor's note,
Oh, okay.
and then he put me on a medical leave for 4 days.
Well, I'm glad to hear that the pain's kind of going away, huh?
Yeah, I actually woke up this morning. It was a little stiff when I first got up, but it feels pretty good at the moment. I mean,
Were you
we'll wait and see how the day progresses.
so you did get a good night's sleep then?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like I woke up in the middle of the night and my arm was kind of hurting. It was pretty stiff, so I took another one of my muscle relaxers, went back to sleep, and that seemed to help pretty good. So
Okay, Paul, did you see what Wayne B put in the chat?
Doing a hyperlapse, drinking his Timmy's?
Yep.
Yeah.
Laura's still on her trip. She's going away for a couple of weeks, isn't she?
Who's that?
Laura.
I think only one, I think.
she's
1
going
week?
off by herself or what?
Yeah, she's going to, I think she went north, but I think it's where her family is. And
Yeah, David said she was going with family, a holiday with the family or something.
yeah.
But he couldn't leave because they got all those birds, right?
Oh,
So
somebody's got to stay and take care of the birdies.
yeah.
Well, no wonder Wayne's able to be drinking coffee and watching your show and all that. The drone's just hovering 200 feet in the air, taking a
Yep.
hyperlapse.
Doing hyperlapse.
Meanwhile, he's watching a live stream, having a business meeting, drinking coffee.
Well, he's got it figured out.
Garth wants to know if you're going to video the bus meeting tonight, Paul.
Yeah, really, I should with them. Well, really, it's not a meeting. Okay, there's something going on from 5 till 8 o'clock. But
Oh,
all
so
we're doing,
you can drop in anytime and do your thing. Is that what it is?
you just go in, you got to sign paperwork as a new employee, give them their bank information, your driver's license, that kind of shit, right?
Yeah, they're probably just gonna give you a quick overview of whatever you gotta do.
Or
Yeah.
hand you a little handbook or something?
They want to know our shirt size and all that crap, our foot size. Because see, you get these rubber cleats that snap on over your shoes when it's slippery out, that make you wear down. You got to have a vest when you when you're doing circle check. Well, as soon as you get to work, you got to throw a vest on. And they have monthly freaking meetings and everything else. But I've talked to a few drivers today. You know, there are some people I don't know. I think they're going to be desperate for drivers again pretty soon. But one guy, he drives school bus and he drives coach too. And he said he's not doing school bus. He just can stay the coach.
How much do they start off new drivers at?
We get what, 1950 or something, I think it is. That everybody gets that. It's all the same price across the board. Seniority don't mean nothing.
Wow, so a 20-year driver makes the same as a new person?
Yep.
What the fuck?
Exactly. Yep. No benefits, no nothing. Yeah.
The only time I ever see that happen is when a company does a pay increase, like a minimum pay increase.
Yeah.
But damn, that's crazy that a new driver starts off the same.
Yep.
Even with that new company, it's the same?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The new company isn't really all that new. They were always out there.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
they had
saying, but
70
obviously, that's a big corporation. That's why I was asking.
Oh, it's a corporation. Yeah, that's the thing. Because see, I was working for a family outfit, you know, the batters. You know, they had 87 runs and stuff. But anyways, but they have a coach division too here in St. Thomas. So they're just getting rid of the school bus. It's going over to the other one. But some of the stuff, there's little things that bug me. There's, for one thing, mechanical issues with the bus. Well, they went from, say, 70 buses to 150. How the hell are they going to keep up to the repairs and maintenance on these buses? They're taking 2 mechanics from our shop over, to do 80 buses? Come on. But I
Is
don't
there
know.
anybody losing their jobs, like where they don't have a choice?
Not that I'm aware of. I know that for a student, they're going to take 2 mechanics and 4 people out of the office over there, over to them, in all the school buses. But I don't know. Because it was funny this year. Like there were some buses that broke down. They never repaired, and then we never brought in any new buses this fall. Like we always bring in new buses. You know, you got to replace the fleet, right? Because, you know, buses are getting 10 years, 11, 12 years old, right? They never brought any in this year. So this has been on the planning books for a long time, right?
Oh yeah, I'm sure they knew about this a year and a half ago. You guys.
Oh, yeah. They knew this was all going to eventually come down. Because you see, this was supposed to start before the school year. But they kept getting little glitches. I don't know. But anyways, they finally got the deal settled. And it's supposed to be done the end of this week. And then on Monday, this coming Monday, is our first official day with a new company. But they said a lot's not going to change right away because they still need the battery yard for now. So we're still going to be doing, you know, working out of our office and stuff like that. But it's going to be actually for a student. But one of the things that gets me, as far as fueling, well, they got fuel tanks over there at at First Student, but they had 70 buses. Now they're going to have 150. Are they going to come in and you got to sit there and wait an hour to get into the fuel pumps or what? You know, like that's going to be a bunch of crap. I don't know. Yeah, Paul's froze. He fell asleep. Yeah.
No, listen, I'm listening. What I was wondering, you said something about Batter is still gonna be doing what kind of busing are they gonna be doing? You said
Well,
charter,
Highway coach.
highway coach. What is it
Now,
like?
what is that? Private buses or something?
Yeah, Batters owns. Well, see, I don't know if you ever heard. Well, you know Don Cherry, right?
Yeah,
Okay, he owned Cherry Bus Lines. Well, Batters bought him out, eh? So we got all his highway coaches. And there was about 3 offices
Well, what-
across the.
do they like sell tickets to go or just for groups or?
Well, no, they do regular runs from out of London and stuff over to Toronto and out to the airport and different stuff, right?
Okay, so
Regular
they're like a transport coach, not like a luxury coach type of thing. They're like
Kind of like Greyhound?
yeah, well,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, that makes me wonder, there must not be any money in the school bus side of it anymore. Maybe that's why.
No,
they sold that side.
hey. The school bus is what carried those highway coaches over the pandemic, and even before. I know the boss even told the highway coach drivers, "You don't forget that this all started because of the school bus. They supported us all the way through everything."
Well, that's why I'm wondering what's the reason why they only sold part of the company? That
Yeah,
kind of makes
well,
me
they just
wonder.
get rid. Well, but see, Batters is family-run operations. The school bus is run by Neil and Neil Batter, and the highway coach is run by Doug Batter. Well, Neil wants to retire, so they got rid of the school bus portion of it.
Oh, so it's owned by the same family, just two different
Yeah,
people
same
own
family.
each.
Yeah,
But there's technically two different owners of each side
yeah.
of it. Okay, I get you.
Yeah, because I was wondering is if you know if it gets bad in the school bus business, can you go over and drive charter?
Well, I could probably apply for them. I guess I don't know. Let me see if I bring it up here. Where is the? Oh, there we are.
Now, is the charter lines, is that just as flexible schedule as you have now, or is that kind
No,
of?
no, you'd be working. But see, this is an example right here of their highway coach right here.
Okay,
Oh yeah, it looks like a Greyhound bus.
Yeah. So yeah.
is that the same that's the company you work for now? That's their highway bus.
Yeah, it's their highway buses.
Okay.
But see, we also do the London Knights, Windsor Spitfires, Sarnia, Sting, like the big hockey teams and stuff around.
Yeah.
They run them all around over the place. I think even Listowel, there's something up there to start.
Well,
I forget, but there's a lot of different, they do runs for universities, all kinds of things. Yeah. But see, Greyhound pulled out of Canada, right? So, anyways, so there's nobody running regular schedule things. So they're running one out of, well, I shouldn't say one, but they're running buses from London to Toronto and downtown Toronto, and they're also running London to Windsor too. So they're running regular scheduled runs too right now.
Wow.
So
yeah, because honestly, if you're doing that kind of work, you probably wouldn't have time to do signs and all that other
well,
stuff.
no, because you've gone for hours, right?
And then sometimes
Well, besides that, you know, your pupper dogs and stuff, you know?
Oh yeah, exactly. So
well, and if you're doing long enough routes too, I don't know, do they do routes where you would have to like stay overnight at a hotel and then come back the next
you
day?
do have some who they might go down to the States or something for stuff, or Niagara
Right.
Falls or whatever, but you'd be gone overnight and stuff like that.
Right, you'd never be home.
Exactly.
Well, it sounds like a nice job for somebody that isn't grounded, doesn't have a family.
Yeah.
doesn't have,
Yeah.
You know,
It's like being a truck driver,
doesn't
taking
have
cargo.
animals, you know?
Yeah. Just like a truck driver, not taking cargo, you're taking passengers.
Yeah. Gotta go outside. You want to go outside? Okay.
Yeah, my friend of years ago was trying to get me to go drive with him
Outside.
when he got a job a job trucking and I didn't want to do it. I was like, nah, dude, I don't want to be gone that long.
Yes. Hey, Filipina, how you doing this morning or this afternoon? I guess where you are.
Cause you make good money trucking, but you don't have much of a home life at all.
That's the problem, right?
Unless you're a local driver, if you're lucky enough to get a local run where you're just,
You just
hauling stuff
work for
back
8
and
hours
forth.
and come home. Yeah.
Right. But a lot of jobs like that, the local runs aren't easy to get neither.
No.
Those are
No.
very sought out by people.
Filipina, how you doing? No, I'm not frozen, although it's only 54 degrees here, but I'm not frozen. I was just kind of listening to Paul talk about everything's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I was in middle school and high school, I know our bus company got sold because my stepmom was a bus driver for the bus company. She actually
Oh, yeah.
drove my route, so I had to be on the bus with my stepmom. Yeah, they sold the company like 2 or 3 different times from the time I was in middle school through high school. The bus company got sold like 2 or 3 different times to different corporations.
Yeah. Well, I said, no, said you got to make the transition as smooth as possible, whatever that means.
But see, our
They're always going to hype you up,
our school district was lucky though, because like 90% of the students were military
Oh,
or their
yeah.
parents worked for the military. Like that's all it was. And so the military bases had contracts with the school district where they would actually give them money every year. And we had new buses every year. They would bring in they would only use the buses for like a year or two, and then they would bring in a whole new fleet.
Yeah.
We were always in brand new buses. That's because the military had this contract with them where they kind of required that we had all new stuff all the time. And like our schools were always done up with like the latest tech and all that.
Yeah. But I kind of wondered, when they're going to start putting new stickers on the bus. So got to change the license plates and everything else. They got to take batter off the side and put on first student. I don't know what the legal requirement is, if they have a certain amount of time to do that or what the deal is.
I see Garth had his Tim Hortons this morning in his Keurig machine.
Yeah, Keurig, yeah.
Well, most likely they'll have some couple of crews of guys that do decals. They'll probably just come through the bus yard and bust them out real quick.
Yeah, it could be.
You ever watch the guys that are like that do decals professionally? Dude, they could decal up a bus in probably 30 minutes.
Mhm.
Those guys are quick at that shit.
Sarah said down here, if a driver has a perfect attendance all year, they get a new bus. Well, my bus is 2 years old. I'm afraid I'm going to lose it, because they want to put all the newer buses out on longer runs because they're more reliable. The mechanics don't have to go down some back road or something to go fix the bus, right? So, but I don't know if they'll leave me alone or not. But
yeah, that's true. Cause Sarah's mom used to get pissed every year because she would always have to take time off when Sarah's dad was alive because he had medical appointments all the time and stuff. So she never got the new buses and she'd always
yeah,
it'd always get to her.
Well, Paul, are they converting mostly over to diesel from gas or what?
well, most of them are diesel anyways. But see what happened with batters, they needed some new buses. The only ones that were available was a bunch of gas ones. I think they bought 10 of them because that's all that was available at the time.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
I couldn't figure out, you said yours is a newer bus, but it's gas.
But see what happened, the price of gas was so high, what they ended up doing, they ended up bringing all the gas buses in to shorter runs to keep the cost down because, it was cheaper to run diesels, like, they get better mileage or whatever. But now diesel's way up over gasoline. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Shit, diesel's been more expensive than gas here for what, the past 2 years now?
Yeah.
It's been higher than gas when historically it's always been lower.
Hey, Ron, how's it going?
Hey,
morning, guys.
Ron.
What's up,
Yeah.
Ron?
How's everybody doing?
Good, where are you headed?
Oh, back to the apartment. One more shift.
Yeah.
One more shift, huh?
Yeah. Oh,
So
And
now,
then-
when do you have to report back? Do you get 24 off or no?
I get 12 off today. I go in tonight. And then I don't know what I'm doing the next couple days. My dear God. The boss at the outfitter was texting me, Ron, when you coming home? That means one thing. I'm not scheduled till like Friday or Saturday, but that means like, I kind of need you now. But, and then the other, Jackie, my part-time ambulance job, she sends me this distress text yesterday. Ron, please, 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 can you pick up any shifts? And I wrote her back, sorry, I'm hunting. Yeah.
Yeah, it can't be everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, the sad part of it is that's probably nationwide. I think that there's a shortage of quality help everywhere.
Doesn't
There
matter what
is.
industry it is.
No, there's a lot of ambulance companies shutting down. They can't afford to pay what we deserve to be paid, and people just like, screw this, man. I'll be honest with you. I could go to. I've had offers at like restaurants. What was the one? Red Lobster, I think it was. Lady told me waitresses in there. Said waiter and waitresses are making with tips close to $30 an hour. No stress, no commitments, no nothing. So
Yeah.
that might not be a bad thing.
Yeah, you got a lot
you
of,
don't work all hours of the night. Oh, good. Sorry.
Well, my tenant upstairs, Kevin, he had a cyst on his back and he had an operation done on it like about 3-4 months ago. So
Right.
he's been kind of restricted. So now he's off restricted and he can go back and he's trying to find a little part-time job here and there. And he got a job downtown at a restaurant and he started up Saturday. And he was there 2 or 3 hours and the kitchen, because he was washing dishes,
Right.
and the kitchen help was so bad. They had one guy in there that was a tyrant and he threw a dish at him and hit him in the head.
Get out.
What?
Yep. And so the other guy in the kitchen says, well, Kevin, you might as well go home because this isn't going to be pretty. And this guy that was freaking out was swearing at the waitresses, calling them little bitches, and just going crazy. And so Kevin went home. He went back there to see the owner on a Saturday morning. I guess it was Saturday morning, or was it Monday morning? And
Right.
the guy fired him because he says, "Well, we fired the other guy, but we just don't think you can handle the stress."
Washing dishes.
Justin says, "What?" So he's
Sounds like
back.
a place I'd like to go eat.
Yeah. Well, and it's a high end in Port Huron. It was their grand opening too,
Really.
So
Wow.
he's just assumed to be gone from that place.
Well.
well, like I've told everybody, man, this is the time to try to snag a job that otherwise you wouldn't be able to get because there's
Yeah.
a lot of companies, that used to require 5 years experience
Yeah.
or some kind of special training. But
Not
now they'll
nowadays.
now
Well-
they'll just take you and train you real quick and throw you on the job.
Well,
There
the
you go.
sad part is Kevin, if he didn't have bad luck, he'd have no luck at all, because yesterday I was talking to him and all of a sudden he took off And he finally got a hold of me a little later. He says, yeah. He says, I'm having a bad day. I says, well, yeah, I know about the jobs and stuff. And he says, no. He says, my mother committed suicide.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Get fired and lose a family member in all 1 week. Damn. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. Just when you think you're having a bad day. Or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
good. Oh,
I keep checking Mia just to make sure she's all right, you know?
mm.
Well, is she having problems or something?
Well, you know, she had that pancreatitis.
Yes.
Well, I'm saying, is she getting worse though, or what?
No, she's doing better, but she's older. She's, you know, she's got to be 14 or 15 years old.
Wow. Man, I can't stop yawning here this morning. Holy cow.
Yeah, Filipina's in the chat, Ron.
Hey, Filipina.
And Sarah is in the chat.
Sarah. Oh, Sarah.
Boss.
Yes.
Sarah the boss is in the chat.
And then Wayne says, I'm retired. Ron, you hiring?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you guys having issues with having people for the hunting stuff or no? You guys pretty full?
A little bit. See, Ralph, my boss, has to work around. He has a son-in-law and the one other guy that are full-time that are available 24/7. Well, the one guy's out on a medical. Don't think he'll be returning this year. And the rest of us, you know, we give him our work schedule. I print him out, you know, like calendars, and I mark on there what days I go to work and what days I come home. And every day that I'm off, unless, you know, I have something definitely pending, I say, hey, I am available. And then, like, he just gave me my rest of the year schedule. But I tell you, that man, I don't know how he keeps things straight. I mean, his phone rings all day long. And
Well, he gets people coming from all over the country to come there and go hunt, right?
We do.
You guys
you know.
get people from other countries coming over too?
The only really other country we've had is Canada that I know of. We get some Canadians that come down. But other than that, I don't think so.
You would think because, you know, how a lot of Americans, they even go to other countries to hunt, you know, in certain areas that allow it.
Yeah.
You would think you'd get some foreign people wanting to come over here to do some hunting over here.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. To be honest with you, if you have to be a U.S. citizen to
Yeah, in order to get a permit, you know?
get a hunting license, I don't know.
Well, I mean, if he knows there's been some Canadians down there, then obviously.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. Now I think about it. Yeah.
You probably have to pay more than I guarantee. You probably have to
Oh,
pay.
sure.
Well, I know you
fee or
do
something.
because it's the same way, like if I wanted to have a Canadian fishing license, I pay a premium. And even though we're right on the border, I'm so legitimately, if I was out there when I never did it, but if you're out there in the water and you're fishing, you have to have both a Michigan license and a Canadian license.
Really, I was just about to ask you that, Paul.
When-
So
when
out
you-
there in the
when you-
river,
When you cross the lines, you know,
Now, is
So-
there like actual like border buoys out there where you know?
oh yeah, it
exactly
goes
where
right
you're
down the middle. Yep.
at? Okay.
so if you're out there in the river, Paul, did I understand you correctly? If you're out there in that river where you fly your drone,
Yeah.
you have to have both license?
Only if you cross the middle of the river. In other words, like the guys are out there in the boats, and what they do is they go up the Canadian side and they
Right.
go out in there, and then they start fishing on the Canadian side and then float down.
Right.
towards the middle and down through, you know, so if you're out there fishing and you're just a foot or two in Canadian waters, they've got the right to come and board you and ask you for your licenses.
Really?
Now, what if you
Wow.
throw your line over the border?
I was just about to ask that. Yeah.
Well, the thing of it is that they haven't gotten that technical yet, but I'll bet you if you caught a Canadian fish and you hauled him into American side, you probably it'd be an issue. But they haven't gotten that technical yet.
Yeah, they don't ask the fish, are you Canadian or are you American?
That's right. Well, yeah, when the fish comes up, it doesn't come up and go, what's happening, eh?
Oh,
Now, the American and Canadian Coast Guard, they go on both sides, right? They don't really just stick to one side, do they?
Well, yeah, they'll transverse the water, but unless they're asked to assist or the Canadians are asked to assist the Americans, they pretty much stay on their own sides.
Or they yell shit at each other when they're going by. Fuck you.
Hey.
Get out of my waters, you Canadian.
Yeah.
Like I know here in Canada, like out in BC especially, you have to have two fishing licenses, one for freshwater, one for saltwater.
Oh, Garth.
Oh, really? Wow.
Well, they have two different licenses here for that too. You have to have saltwater one if you want to go out in the ocean and fish.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Ron, did you have a saltwater when you went up to Alaska?
No, I just bought an Alaskan fishing license, but then you have to get a different stamp for certain species, like king salmon. I had to buy a stamp if I wanted. That was 25 or 50 bucks, and you're only allowed like one or two total.
I could have sworn when my dad used to go deep sea fishing, he used to have a special license for that. That was off the coast of California, so I'm not sure. I was almost positive he had to have some kind of license to go deep sea fishing.
That's
But I
possible.
could be
yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, we have, and even under freshwater, we have two different types of licenses. One is sport, and the other one is a conservation license.
Yeah.
A conservation license, you only can get half the limit. Say you're allowed 6 salmon, you're only allowed 3.
And,
Like,
and I know too that you have to have a stamp, just like Justin's talking about. Like if you're going to go coho salmon fishing, your license better have a stamp on it. You
I
know,
was
Yeah.
wrong.
I don't think so.
Tim Hortons, there it is, Bob.
Hey, the Keurig Tim Hortons. Yep.
Because I know we have to have different stamp for different. It's like if you've got a salmon, you got to have a salmon stamp. You've got to have.
Wayne said,
It's not exact, but like smaller fish and bigger fish and
Wayne said, keep your dirty hands off our fish.
yeah.
The Americans and Canadians yelling at each other on the other side of the border.
Yeah, good girl. Hey, Paul, I had somebody ask me last night, the lady that you handed the phone to, and she was talking to Lynn while I was flying. They were staying in the hotel there. They were up here from Indiana. And I asked if they'd been to Canada yet. And she says, no, because we don't know what, And I says, well, as far as I know, they've opened the border again. But do they still have to have, I think they still have to have the enhanced license though, right?
Well, I don't think they're doing enhanced license, and we can't get them here anymore. I don't know if they're still honoring them or not, but you got to have a passport or a Nexus card.
Okay.
Nexus is the pre-clearance, right?
Well, Lynn just told her to go to the hotel, to the desk. What do they call it? The carney, the person that takes care of the guests, and just they should be able to answer your question or get you the answers.
Yeah.
Guys, I got to step into the store. I'll stay online with you, but I'll be back
Okay.
very shortly.
All
Okay.
right.
If you have to kick me off, kick me off.
Okay, right.
Okay.
concierge desk, I guess they call it concierge.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah, Garth, I was busy last night with my night shots.
I watched all three of them.
Yeah.
You were really busy, not just busy.
Well, they were one right after the other, and I was down there, and that's where I ran into the lady she was down there kind of looking out over, and it was like 10:30 at night, and there wasn't anybody down there. I only saw one fisherman, but yeah, so they were just coming up on one right after the other.
Mr. B says that since he's on disability, I guess they don't require a fishing license for fresh or salt water as long as he's in his state's waters.
Oh,
Well, see, here in Florida, you don't have to have a fishing license if you fish with a bamboo pole with no reel. So
And here in Canada, if you're 65 and older, you don't need a fishing license.
you got one sign? Okay.
what, do they not expect you to be out there very long or what?
No, they don't charge you for it. That's all. You know, so.
I swear, being middle-aged, you don't get any benefits.
Well, I know that veterans get a discount on licensing too, over here. You have to show your military veterans ID.
Well, I can tell you one thing, you don't want to be taking fish through the border. Okay. I went up to way up to Chapleau, Ontario one time for a fly-in fishing thing. And we came back and there was 2 cars of us, and the one guy had a whole cooler full of pike. Okay. But he left the scales off. You know, and when you take them across the border, you got to have the scales on them or part of the scales on them. Okay.
Yeah, one
And
side, you can't,
Yeah.
how you do
Yeah.
that. You gotta
Yeah,
leave.
so they can identify what the fillets are.
Yeah,
And he got in a crap load. I mean, we almost couldn't get him out of the situation. Okay, coming back, you know, they were going to throw him in jail for fish. And, you know, he had the limit, you know, but you know, or under the limit, but still, it was because he couldn't identify him.
well, I think there's a certain group of people up there in Canada that don't like the Americans coming down up there and taking all the fish back with them, you know?
Are you talking about French Canadians?
Yeah,
You know, I don't know how true that is or not. Most Canadians, and I get away with it a little bit because my mother was Canadian, so you know I can pull the Canadian card.
well, when I was a kid, we used to go up into Canada and go fishing and stuff, and we never had an issue because, you know, we were feeding the population, you know, we were renting cabins, renting boats, you know,
Yeah.
doing all that kind of stuff.
What's up, Rennick?
But we noticed that when you went downtown, they kind of looked down at you as, oh, you damn Yankees, you know?
Yeah, that, you know, you could probably have that same situation in any town in the UP too, you know, so.
You gotta go outside. Okay. Just a minute. I think Neil wants to go.
Some battery heated socks, huh?
We were talking about, Paul H, we were talking about yesterday when you were AWOL a little bit there. Paul and I were talking about the Welland Canal, and I told
Oh,
him
yeah.
he should jump in his car and go and pick you up and go and fly the Welland Canal.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hey, y'all
And,
need to meet up at some point.
Yeah, and I was telling him about the Inlet Lock 7. Have you ever heard of the Inlet Lock 7, Paul?
Don't like what?
I said I was wondering if you'd ever heard about the Inn at Lock 7.
No.
It's in Thorold, okay?
Oh, okay.
And it's right exactly. It's right on the bluff, okay, into road, okay, right across from Lock 7. So, and it's like
Oh.
a three-story small, and it's really not a big place, but it's a three-story cinder block hotel, and you can
Oh, yeah.
go there, and it's really kind of cool because freighters will come through, and you'll be sitting in your room, and all of a sudden a freighter will come up through the trees.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it is kind of cool. It's kind of, and that's kind of their claim to fame is
Yeah.
if you want to go and see the Welland Canal, you can stay there, and then from there you can drive out to the Ontario side pretty easily, and there's a bunch of museums and stuff out there. So
There's a place in Peterborough. Peterborough. I don't know if you ever seen that boat lift, but there's two things. They come in here like this. This one goes down. This one goes up, and
Yeah.
then can load here. Then
Yeah.
it switches, goes back and forth. Right?
Yeah.
It's kind of
there
cool.
there is a camera at Lock 7 too,
Is it?
called the Welland Stream or something like that. Okay.
Mm.
And I watch that once in a while, but I was telling Paul yesterday, I worked with a girl who grew up in London, and she used to go on her every year. She'd go on a 2 or 3 day vacation over to the inn at Lock 7. She liked
Oh, yeah.
it so much, and that's how I found out about it. So this was a few years back. I don't know, 4, 5, 6 years ago. My wife and I took a little trip to Niagara Falls, and we stopped at the inn at Lock 7 and stayed overnight one night, and then went on to Niagara Falls. So that was a pretty cool.
That'd be cool. I didn't know they had one.
Yeah.
Hotel there. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they got a website and everything. It's called
Mm.
The Inn at Lock 7. You can't really miss it.
Oh, okay.
And I would have never known about it unless somebody hadn't told me about it. So, and it's right.
So I've been down to Welland Canal. There's a Lock 3 or 4, I forget.
Yeah.
They got a viewing stand. You can go up there. The
Yep.
ships come in and go up and down.
Yeah. Well, this one, this is your viewing stand as your hotel room. Okay. It's pretty cool,
Yeah.
Oh, man, Ron's truck's just sitting unattended right now.
Hmm.
Could be getting his truck right now.
Let me take a look at it.
Like, this would be a good time for me to be able to sneak up on Ron's truck and then his door.
Yeah, he's got a phone in there too. So
Also, they do have a Lock 7 lock too. Okay.
it's not a whole lot of money either, Paul. It's
Yeah.
to stay there, yeah. And it's nothing, it's not like a luxury hotel or anything, it's just a small little
Yeah. Yeah.
in a nice little neighborhood right at the road there.
Ron, I can't believe you left your truck unattended for me. Did you check your door
Uh-huh.
before you got back in?
What's that?
Said you
Door's
checked your
locked.
door?
I did. I did. That, and I only park in certain spots.
Mike got a $70 pair of heated socks. They better
Oh,
be good
damn.
for that price.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
They have remote control and Bluetooth and everything.
Right.
So,
In the
Wi-Fi
UK,
connection.
they call it an apartment.
Mike, make sure you do the firmware update on those socks when you get them.
yeah. All right, on to the next task.
You on your way home or what?
No, just gonna hang around Dickinson today to get a bunch of little things. I'm actually starting to get to know this town a little bit,
Yeah.
but like I gotta go to UPS to return that tonneau cover that I accidentally got by, I don't know if you heard that story with Amazon. I ordered the wrong one, and I tried to cancel the order 2 hours later, they would not let me cancel it. They said, you can refuse shipment or return it. So I put in the return request. They sent me a barcode to have UPS scan. So I'll send it back and get my money back. But they pay for the shipping, but I couldn't understand why they wouldn't cancel the shipping. They said, your item has not been shipped yet. Okay, don't ship it, but they wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
So I don't understand that.
I've had a couple items like that. Literally 20 minutes after I ordered it, I decided I didn't want it and I went to go cancel it and it wouldn't let me do it.
Yeah. And then how did that process work for you?
I ended up getting the item and having to return it.
But did the return process go okay?
I mean, yeah, they just, what they did was just emailed me a shipping label and I just printed it out.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
They emailed me some kind of like one of those scan codes.
Well, it makes
And,
it easy. Like they had me print out the label. So when I got the item, I didn't even open it. I just put the label right over the label that was already on there, taped it on
Yeah.
there, and then just dropped it off at the UPS store and then they took it back.
Yeah. I
But
gotta see if I remember.
Amazon has also set up you can do returns with some retail stores now. I can't
Oh,
remember
really?
which one it is. I want to say it might be, damn, I can't remember which one it was, but yeah, they actually set up contracts with a couple retail stores where you could go drop stuff off and they did Amazon returns for them.
All right, I found the UPS store. It says they're open, which is good.
Yeah, you can go to Kohl's and do returns at Kohl's.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was the one that they set up. It's
Ooh,
free
shit.
Amazon returns regardless of reason. Yeah, it's true, Russell. That might be that might exactly be the reason why. He said a lot of items in the Amazon warehouse are handled by robots, so when you order something, the item has already been pulled.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because they do have, in some of the warehouses, they have physical people that go around and pull orders. But then they have
Right.
also, they do have the robots, like Russell said, that will do it automatically.
Well,
Kohl's and
probably
Whole
what I
Foods.
got. Well, guys, I will unjoin you and for a couple
Okay,
minutes.
Ron.
I gotta go into my email and find that barcode and then walk in there. Maybe I'll rejoin you in a couple of minutes.
Okay.
And, where was that UPS store at again?
Dickinson, North Dakota.
He gave me
He's
his
gonna call.
location.
He's gonna call and warn him.
Yeah, he's coming. Look out. Okay, I'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that makes sense too, David. Whole Foods, yeah, because Amazon bought Whole Foods out, so you can do returns there too. But Kohl's and Whole Foods, honestly, man, they're far and few in between anymore. I don't even know where there's a Whole Foods near me. I don't ever remember ever seeing one, to be honest with you. I think we have a Kohl's here in town, if I remember correctly. Evo Nano Plus has dynamic tracking now, Paul. David says.
Oh,
Hey, Paul M., Hodges is setting up a Welland Canal trip for you.
Y'all need to hook up together now that the borders been open back up.
Well, I'm a hermit. You
So-
caught me out of my den.
Yeah.
I actually saw him live twice.
Don't worry, we'll get Lynn over there to drag him out of the house. So didn't you have a doctor's appointment yesterday, Murray?
Yeah,
How'd
it
that
went
go?
fine. Yeah, he says, you ever thinking about a colonoscopy? I said, no. You ever think about getting a flu shot? Nope.
Have you seen what's her name's thing yet?
What's that?
The notification for Ron and Stella.
No, what?
Haven't you seen it?
No.
Oh, yeah. Something about a colonoscopy and something about Ron doing this. So they're having a live about it or something coming up today or tomorrow or next day or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought maybe they were gonna have a wedding on YouTube.
Yeah.
You have to request you are taking it there. Also, if you take it to Kohl's, Amazon gives $5.
Well, Paul, I got a few things I got to go do today. So,
Yeah, okay, well, it's 10:30. We can call it, Paul.
yeah. So I got to go remove a sign I put up, about 3 weeks ago, way up by Strathroy. I got to go get, there's two of them there I got to get. So,
Okay, everybody, thanks for being here. We're gonna close her down. Justin, you take care. Have a good day.
Later, guys.
And
Everybody in the
Garth, you have a good day too. And everybody in the chat, stay out of trouble till we see you again.